Hi, this is Alyssa with the Morgan County Public Library, and I am here with another Beanstack tutorial for you. Today we are going to talk about tracking books and minutes in Beanstack. So this year for summer reading, teens and adults are going to be tracking the number of minutes they read, and kids are going to be keeping track of how many books they read. I am showing you how to do this today on the Beanstack app. If you are using Beanstack through the website, like on a desktop computer, it's very similar. It is going to look different, but the steps are basically the same. So let's get started. So right now, you can see that I'm on Beanstack. And remember, this top right corner shows you which reader's account you're on because you may have a family account where everyone's on one. So right now, I'm on the AR account, or adult reader. So we are going to track for the adult reader. So down here at the bottom, you see this purple button with a plus sign in the middle of it. We're going to go ahead and touch that. This is what you use for tracking of any kind. We're going to talk about activity tracking in a different video, but today we are focusing on reading. So we're going to click this purple button on the left side with the little book that says reading. And right now I'm going to be tracking for the adult reader. We'll come back to this in a minute because you can see how all of the readers for this account are listed. But right now we're going to choose the adult reader. And what's nice with Beanstack is you can log with the title of the book or without the title. So if you don't want to keep track of the titles you're reading, that's an option. If you do, you can search the title up here. And we're going to search one that I have read recently called the Magnolia Palace, and we'll use that for our example today. And here it is. It has the author, has a nice little picture. And because I'm tracking the minutes, I'm going to be tracking. So here we go. Oh, sorry, I got a little confused here. This one always throws me off. I'm not necessarily tracking the progress of the pages I read. So I'm going to turn that button off and I want to save it. And here I've got three options. I have quick complete. So if I just want to put that I finished the book, I have log reading, and I have start timer. So since adults and teens are tracking minutes this summer, the start timer button is really nice if you want a different way to time your books. So to use the timer, you hit start timer, and the timer goes. And there's a pause button if you need to, leave and come back. And then there's a refresh button so you can start it up again. And then there's I'm done reading. So if I were actually going to, be tracking, I would just leave this on in the background until I was finished reading. But again, we're just using this as an example. I do want to cancel this session because I don't think it's worth tracking 16 seconds of reading. But we'll go back here and we're going to log our reading. So as you can see, it says it's going to count for one challenge, which is our summer reading challenge. I'm going to hit close. And I'm tracking my reading for today, but if you need to backtrack, oh, that button's in the way, just because of the screen quarter I'm using, but you would hit change, and you can pick a different date if you need to do that. So I'm going to say that I have read for 30. Actually, I'm going to change that because our badges are done by 60 minutes. I'm going to say that I read for 60 minutes today. If I finished the book, I could go ahead and mark that. And then I just hit this button that said view more. And if I scroll up a little bit, I can also track how many pages I read if I want to do that, but I do not. So I'm going to hit done. Hooray, my reading's been logged, and I have earned both a badge and an achievement. So let's see what this is. This first one is an achievement. Now, Beanstack does this sort of on its own as just another way to encourage you to read or to celebrate different events through the year. So this one is from Benny Bean because we recorded our first reading session in Beanstack. And the next one is a summer reading badge I got for reading 60 minutes. Yay me! I'm going to hit this X to X out of that. So let's see here. So that's how you track minutes read. So really quick, I'm going to go up to this right-hand corner and I'm going to change reader and I'm going to go to the child reader account because remember, kids are keeping track of how many books they read. So we're going to show you how to do that. So again, we have this plus button at the bottom. We're going to track reading. Now here it shows, again, adult, child, and teen. What's nice about this, so adults, let's say you are reading to your child every night. You can not only count their reading for them, so the child's book for them, but you can also count it toward your minutes for reading. So anytime you, or if you're a teen reading to a younger brother or sister, you can count that for your reading too. So I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to count child and adult today. So we're going to choose our readers. And this is the child's. It brought up the adult title because, again, we're tracking for both. So the child, we have been reading one of the I Survived books. Oh, let's try again. I Survived the Titanic. Because that's one my son and I have read before. And it doesn't have... that's odd. It doesn't have that one in the kids' Titanic in there. So you know what? We're going to log without a title today. That happens sometimes. So again, we read today, and we're going to pretend that we read again for 60 minutes, and we were able to finish that book. So we did 60 minutes for the adult, and we're going to say that we completed one book for the child. So once I hit done, so here we've got badge and achievement earned. Our reading has been logged. Again, the child got their first reading achievement from Benny Bean, and they also earned a badge for reading one book. Now, if you're ever curious to make sure, again, that your books have logged, there's a couple ways you can check it. So again, I'm on the child reader account, and this first page here, it shows my stats. So it shows I've read for 60 minutes, that I have read one book. So we know that's taken care of. Scroll down here, I can see where I've earned some badges. And then we're going to go look at the adult reader account real quick. And again, it shows I have read, the adult reader has read 120 minutes, because remember, we tracked the logging for the child as well. And then they have read 2 books. And there we go. So that is how you track your reading in Beanstack. So if you have any questions, please stop by the library or give us a call. We'd be happy to help you. Happy tracking!